Later on the Fast Track Travel Clinic, how best to tick off the final 6 states on a grand tour of the US. Hello and welcome to the Fast Track Travel Clinic with me, Simon Calder. And let's start with an email from Yvonne Bennett, whose husband has an ambition to visit all 50 states in the US, and he has just 6 remaining. Thankfully, Yvonne, these fascinating states are all adjacent in the heartland of the US and mostly accessible by an easy and appealing rail journey. Start in Albuquerque, New Mexico, a fascinating place to find out more about Native American culture. Then board the Southwest Chief train, which will take you through the state of Kansas via Dodge City to Kansas City, across the state border in Missouri. You'll then need to hop on a bus for a couple of hours to pay your respects to Omaha, Nebraska. And back on the train you go right across Missouri to St. Louis, where the Texas Eagle train will whisk you through the best scenery of the whole trip, across Arkansas to Dallas, where you hop across to Fort Worth and board the Heartland Flyer for the final journey north to Oklahoma City. A great service that could do with a few more customers. When I took the trip, I found there were only a dozen extra passengers on board. There are plenty of specialist rail operators that will help you fix up the trip, or if you prefer to do it yourself, Amtrak.com is the answer. From trains to boats, and David Fonander is indignant about a dream cruise he's taking from Southampton through the Suez Canal to Singapore aboard P&O's Arcadia. David, P&O Cruises assures me that the brochure for your trip makes it clear that for any cruise calling at Indian ports, all passengers need a visa even if they plan to stay on board. And the same applies to ships serving China, Australia and Libya. So I can't see you have a right of redress, but equipped with your expensive Indian visa, you'll be free to explore the great city of Mumbai, one of my global favourites, and the fascinating colonial heritage of Cochin. Next, buses, and Gustav Thomason from Auckland in New Zealand had an unhappy trip on an Australian Greyhound bus in Queensland. The company hired in a replacement vehicle with what Gustav says was a shoddy interior. He complained to Greyhound, who offered him a $100 voucher. Gustav, it's common for bus lines and airlines for that matter to charter in extra capacity, and Greyhound Australia says it may substitute any other vehicle for its own vehicle. If it's clearly inferior, you should and did complain. But with no comparable Greyhound operation in New Zealand, where the main bus firm is Intercity, I'm not surprised the firm wouldn't transfer the voucher. However, they should have had the courtesy to let you know. Finally, the travel clinic wouldn't be complete without a planes issue, and this is the curious matter of British Airways flights from Kosovo. At the start of the year, the airline posted a message saying, well, I had to find out more. It turns out the airline is changing its fuel supplier in the capital, Pristina. Until its validation is complete, passengers will take the short hop to the southern Croatian city of Dubrovnik, which for aviation fans is great news because it's one of the most spectacular flight paths in Europe. Well, that's all we've got time for in this session of the Fast Track Travel Clinic. If you've got an issue with a hotel, airline or cruise line that you'd like us to address, just email fasttrack@bbc.com and I'll do my very best to find you an answer. From me, Simon Calder, bye for now and see you next time.